people that either signed up with the fast sync, so kill mills are directly visible, or submitted through Mobi. So those were tracked, and as every kill mill on Final Bow is like semi live, we can immediately show the ranking, and before the end, we just make sure the medals were ready.
Easy enough, right? Easy enough.
Yeah.
Do you have any screenshots you can share in the chat so we kind of know what everybody else knows what that looks like? And oh, by the way, I just hit the record button as you were talking. I didn't record any of the shit that happened in the last 10 minutes. You can tell I'm rusty.
God.
So
it starts now.
So yeah, nobody got to hear me say, "Hey Mario, why are you a cheater?" And then he exposed himself, on camera live. Everybody missed that. Sorry.
Yeah.
And now Mario is like, good.
Right. I mean, I did say it though. So those of you who are alive and got here on time, you understand what happened. And so no one can tell me I was soft on Mario. I went hard and I went deep. So
yeah,
there's a clip for you.
The entire time, Jubi was trying to make a fire. Like you all said, for anyone who just tuned in, Jubi has been trying to make the fire the whole time.
The whole fucking time.
About 14 minutes in right now. We'll let you know how it goes. We'll keep you updated on the situation.
Exactly. Here we go.
Here, I posted some screenshots.
Nice.
If I get this fire going, maybe someone
I think
can
in total
send me
we gave away. I think in total we gave away like 24 medals. So we had 8 different events up at the same time, like for every ship type. And the pilots that ended up in the rank 1, 2, 3 earn a medal, and it's visible on their public profile. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
So is it at the point yet, and maybe I'm getting ahead of you here, but is it at the point yet where, like, say I wanted to make like 3 different medals per competition that was for Silent Alliance, and then award them through your site or your service? Is that something that could be done?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
Can we make a Jubi face medal?
I mean, of course we can.
Ooh.
We can do some collaboration on that.
On it. Because Netties won't. They won't pass that one. They won't pass that one on the one I'm going to submit for big for the last competition thing. They'll say no to it. It has boobs on it.
Oh,
so it's K's boobs.
It can be anything.
Some of those
can be anything. It can be shooting outposts. It can be using a specific ship type or whatever.
Cool.
Region. Doesn't matter.
Nice. Well, I'm going to hit you up on that at some point this week. Then once I get going. Yeah, for anybody who didn't know, Silent's at war with Meow. So, and it's Silent Alliance and Bot 5 basically that's at war with Meow. The rest of the Fed is engaged in doing other things, and that's fine. So it'll just be Silent and Bot 5. I'm sure a few pilots from our other groups that want to come around might, but really it's just Silent and Bot 5 fucking around with the kiddies. And they're fucking around with us. I'm surprised. They actually, holy shit, dropped 10 supers yesterday in tribute. And I was like, holy fuck. That was interesting.
Oh, look at that.
So
Fetrol even got 2 medals.
Nice. So anyway.
Ooh.
All right, what are some of the other cool features about Final Blow you want to talk to us about?
I guess it's pretty cool. You can see all the kill mills like semi live. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's the truth, and we have a system in place which excludes the what do you call it, the ISK inflated kills mails. Those are like automatically excluded.
And this is pulling everything from the server side without anybody having to even submit kills, right?
It gets it somehow, yeah.
Okay. I think that was one of the other big things that people were either concerned about or didn't like, or people that are just, I'm just DRing shit. That's why I'm losing. Whatever. Sure, Spaceboat.
Yeah, I've hacked every account. Yeah. No,
Alright.
but I actually spoke with Cloud about it, and well, I got a green light from him last week, so
Good.
he's absolutely fine.
Good.
Wow.
Juby's eating
Good.
something
I'm,
now live on air.
No,
We're doing
I'm
the
trying
work for
to-
them, I guess.
So didn't he say something
So
to
they-
you about, what did he say to you about the API side of things? Didn't he, I mean, in your guys' conversation back and forth about how you're pulling the data, obviously he gave you the green light, so there's nothing, so anybody who has any issues or problems with Final Blow can suck a dick, because Cloud's already given authorization for it. In terms of API, though, I thought I saw somewhere where he made some interesting comments about what he might be doing, or what at least the NetEase might be doing down the road on the API side. Can you fill us in on that?
Yeah, I did spoke to Cloud about the official API. It is still planned for this year.
Amazing.
They are working on it. So,
Here's the fifth time Juby's trying to light a fire, by the way. Keep going.
Yeah, my video is freezing, so I cannot see his beautiful fire.
It's not a beautiful fire. It's dead.
No.
No, but
Pretty
they are
What is
working
it
on the
that's
API,
inspiring?
and didn't want to share too much on it yet, but
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's about time. I mean, we're about at the 5th year anniversary here for taking them about as long to get around to a real API as it has Juby to make a bonfire. So it's amazing. It's amazing. Hey, Juby, I mean, not to like insult you too much, but are you wearing Crocs by chance?
Not right now. But at the summer. At the summer, it's my
that was a
favorite.
real. That was a dodge right there. Not now.
Not now.
Uh,
They're very good. Very comfortable. I enjoy
Oh.
Crocs.
Juby, I was thinking we were gonna be friends, bro. That's man.
All right.
I can now I'm wearing this I don't know what is this called, but it's in Finnish huopikkaat. So
No
do you
idea what
say?
you just said. I have no idea what you just said.
I need to share.
A
Try
version,
to find.
version of clogs or something. I don't know.
Oh boy, if I could only show them somehow. I'll share it later.
Yeah, that story, by the way, OC, about why they used Crocs and Idiocracy is just freaking hilarious.
Yeah. I didn't want to derail, but yeah.
All right, Mario, was there anything? I mean, we had a lot of conversations in our staff chat over the last basically 2 weeks, and it's been multiple weeks since I've been on a Sunday show. So, from your side of things, Mario, is there anything else you wanted to discuss on air? Anything I'm forgetting about that we wanted to clear up? I feel like the first point we cleared up pretty damn fast and easy, but then again, it wasn't recorded for you.
Well,
so.
all the acquisitions took me a lot of time from actually building cool stuff for the community, so that definitely sucked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Can't
I'm
let
still
that shit
working
get
on
to
the-
you.
on the-
I mean, you know how many death threats I get? You know how many people hate me in this game? I could care less. Hate me more, please.
Yeah, no, but it hurts when people send you like
Yeah.
pictures of like knives and
Yeah, it's going a
talking
bit
shitty
far.
to you.
That's going a bit far.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nobody should be doing
like
that.
like doxing and all that kind of stuff. I'm using my real name, so people will find me. So it can be scary from time to time.
Yeah. That kind of stuff is not. Yeah.
No.
Durkadur, don't
Not
send me
cool.
dick pics. I don't need to see your dick pic again.
No, but
I
it
really
but
don't.
it definitely takes away the fun, and at these points, I think like, hell, why even continue with it? Because it doesn't bring me.
Well, we'd hate to see it go that far where you don't do it, because I think it's been a huge thing for the community. The kill board's been amazing for years. I mean, you're basically scrapping the old version of Mario for the new version of Mario. The Final Blow is going to kind of take its place, I think.
Eventually, I guess so. Yeah, if people are using Final Blow more than Moby, then
Dude, we need the fucking kill mail upload, bro. Come on, Taylor, stop it. Okay, all right.
What?
We
Stop
need
it.
our kill mail uploads, bro. Because how are we gonna have kill mail art without the uploads?
That's true. That's true. But I mean, really, anytime
But
you've had any kind of a product and you've thought about trying to, which it
Yeah.
is. I mean, Moby is a product, right? And so how do you
Yeah.
ite on that product? How do you make that product better? And then one
Make
of the
it
ways
not
you
take
do
work.
that is take out that product for something completely, cannibalize that product for something better. by which is
So you're saying combine them, Mario? There you go, bro. Taylor solved it, bro.
yeah, upload the final blow and then you're done. But but then he's trying to create less work, not more. I'm assuming. So
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No.
yeah,
Moby
I'm sure the
requires
Meow
really a
versus
lot of-
Shush stats look like shit right now, Knife. After a couple of dummies undocked 5 bodyguards yesterday for no fucking reason on a armor timer. Whatever. There was $1 trillion in losses in one fight yesterday for no fucking reason.
Oh shit!
Mm.
What did they undock into?
They
bunch of
undocked
supers, or-
5 bodyguards onto about a 50-man brawl fleet that was on a citadel, and
Oof.
then got dropped by 10 supers on them. So yeah, they died pretty fast. It's pretty dumb.
Brutal.
It's pretty dumb.
So you would say they are weighted in Valhalla then, chrome and shiny.
Something like that. Yeah. They
I see a
are
question about,
they are very
about-
very nice, J Cool. They are very nice, but I don't need to call back MJD. What the hell's what? It wouldn't have made any difference. They had the wrong guns, needed versatile.
Well, all right. I don't know how much it would matter versus those odds, but yeah,
I don't
mean,
think so. No, I don't think so. Not much. So anyway, so no, okay, all good. Was I think that's it on the final blow side of things. I think that's it on the Moby Mario controversy. That's not a controversy. I think we're all cleared up on that. That's true. That's true, Linwood. That's true. I would like actual war decks though. That would be great. Can't seem to have that in this game. I know they say they're coming, but I don't know. OC, did you have anything specific you wanted to cover today?
Who, me?
I was just excited because Mario was here, and I was like, "Oh man, Snorlax."
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody in the audience have questions for Mario before we move on to the next topic, which is going to be patch
Yeah,
note
feel
stuff?
free to ask. You can also ping me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Brawly booty. Now it's a party.
Yep. See more butts is
Are you
here.
gonna quit? Well, I was thinking about it. I did install what's called Frontier.
Yo, fuck that. Fuck that. There's 65 people on this server, you included, that want you to stay.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much.
Yeah, Echoes will not be the same without Mario.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
boy.
agree with that. I would agree with that.
Maybe you can get Cobra to go to Final Frontier.
Oh God. Final Frontier, yes, he can go to Final. I don't know what the hell Final Frontier is, but yes, he can go there.
I was like counting. I'm like 1, 2. There it is.
It did take me a second.
No,
Yes,
but-
I was reading a couple things when you said it. I was like, oh, wait, he didn't say Eve Frontier.
Final-
no, but Frontier
Final
with the whole
Frontier.
blockchain stuff is like they're actually embracing developers instead of being against them.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
It's
I like
an
that part.
interesting game. It's a very interesting game. It has a lot of pros to it over EVE Online, even, let alone
Yeah.
EVE Echoes. It has a lot of cons to it as well. And I think my biggest thing for it is just the PvP aspect of it. There's no insurance. There's things like site inclusion. You can literally go behind an asteroid and can't get shot, and no one can
Mhm.
see you. You're not actually in local at that time to be targeted. I mean, it's kind of there's some really cool mechanics there on the PvP side. I think the other part of it that's going to make it not so interesting is the fact that it's 120,000 systems right now, going to be 200,000 systems in total. I mean, holy
fuck?
shit, that's like 10. That's what is that? 100 times more than the systems in EVE right now as it is, and I just don't know how you're going to fill that up. I don't know. You're never going to find you're going to have such a
I
hard
don't think
time
they're not
finding
planning
people.
to. They
Yeah.
must have some other. They
You,
must have
you
some other
cannot
reason.
you cannot fill it up.
No.
From what I heard, I mean, everything is being rotated.
Yeah.
So when the resources are empty, it's gone. It will respawn like much later.
Yeah, and you have to move around. You have to constantly be moving
Yeah,
around,
you
which I
actually
think
have
is
to move.
interesting, and I like that. But it's kind of like you can be so fucking spread out.
How do you stop people from burning out, though? I mean, from an economic standpoint, that's brilliant. But how do you
Yeah.
deal with player retention with that?
Well, and especially when
Yeah.
you lose something, you have to grind it all over again from scratch. I mean, as a PvPer, from the PvP standpoint, it's a fantastic game. But then it's also
Right,
like, you're
right.
telling me I have to mine and rat in order to get that ship, and when it dies, I have to wait to mine and rat again because I can only have 5 ships at a time. Holy fuck!
Wait, what? You can only have.
Only have 5 ships at a time. You can have more.
That's
than
not
5.
like a beta limitation. That's just like that's
no,
how the game.
that's kind of how they're designing it so far. 5 at a time.
Oh, so they're trying to get around the Eve shit where people have like stacks on stacks of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the problem is every time I hear something like that, I'm like, again, from an econ or PvP standpoint, that's awesome. But the average guy's gonna commit to that for 5 years. You know what I mean? Like that seems like a tall order.
And the building is pretty is pretty
Also,
light.
like
right now.
you have EVE Online, you have EVE Echoes. So where are they going to get like this all the players that want to play Frontier that are not from, you can't play all these games, kind of very time consuming, like any of these games. So it's kind of one or the other type of thing.
You probably have some people that play
Yeah.
both, I would think.
I still see one question I want to answer.
Sure,
I
go
think
for
it's a quite a good one. Because people thought I could see like the whole server at any time. That's complete bullshit. I cannot see anything else than a pilot could see in space. So
There you go.
I mean, you can only see what's in the system you're currently in. You don't see anything else. It's limited.
Speaking of that,
you just can't.
Speaking of that, we do have somewhere. I don't know if I have the screenshot in front of me. I don't actually to put anywhere, but I know that it was on the official server. Cloud was mentioning that they're working on taking local away from alpha accounts. So if you're just an alpha account, you don't get to see local
level
anymore.
2, though. It was supposed to be up to like T8 that he was discussing too. It might be more.
Yeah, Barrick, there you go. Local list monitors are very nasty, especially those implemented through external hardware, which are difficult to detect and ban. We plan to update more local list restrictions. For example, only Omega characters with T8 or higher ships can see the local list. If his ship is cloaking, he can't see it either. Any suggestions? Yeah, leave it like that. If you're Alpha, you don't get to see local, and if you're Omega, you got to be T8 or higher to see local list. I don't know about that. That's kind of rough. If you're paying Omega, I should be able to see fucking local, whether I'm T5 or T6 or whatever. Granted, you can get to T8 pretty fast, but still.
I think what it comes down to is they want it's just like when they were restricting retrievers at a certain tech level. Is like they want the band to have a certain amount of value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like your band. I can replace that thing immediately. It's like, yeah, T8's not that hard to get, but it still takes you a minute unless you're buying SP.
Omega and in a T8 ship. Yeah, I mean, you get rid of cloaky cameras that way. You get rid of alpha pods that way. So there's a lot there.
Always in a T8. Okay, that's a really good distinction. Yeah. So really, you could be sub T8 and be in a faction battleship. I mean, how does that even?
Yeah, I don't like the way that he's parsed the. I don't quite like the way he said it.
Though.
Completing the tutorial gets you to T8 now? Are you kidding me?
What? Fuck.
No.
Hold on.
No.
T8?
That doesn't sound right. Maybe T6.
No.
Maybe
that's
T6.
21 SP or so. I don't think so. Yeah. You might. I think you're talking about T5, T6, because T5 would make sense. Because T6, no matter what, if you're subbed, you get in a week or so. Like 6 days is like something like that.
Chelsea Rose is saying they should do it to where if there's a disconnection timer. If you sit still for a certain amount of time, it disconnects you. I mean, I don't want them to touch anything that makes the game automatically disconnect you, because they'll fuck it up, and next thing you know, you'll be sitting there on grid getting ready to jump a gate. You'll be waiting 10 minutes for someone to move somewhere, PvP style, trying to gank, whatever, and it'll just fucking disconnect you instead of you jumping the gate. So I don't really want them touching that. I could see that going wrong a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Just remove local, period. Exactly, Durkadur. Just fucking remove local, period. Like, just remove it.
Oh my God, JC. There we go. Where the fuck is Tyrus?
What?
You're being complimented, sir. Don't be outraged. You're being complimented greatly.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm a little blonde girl. Okay.
No. You are all the guys. And the API is the little blonde girl.
Really, what the little blonde girl should be is NE working on fucking API, and the other one should be Mario taking 9 months of his life, right? It's
exactly.
It did take a lot of my spare time to build it.
Of course it did. Of course it did. And money, because it's not free. You're not like hosting any of this somewhere for free.
Right. Exactly.
So there's a monthly cost you're paying. So
actually, do you want to talk about that, Mario? Because we talk about So I made a joke about the Patreon thing, but do you want to talk about some of the costs you incur to bring that service to the community? Like, it can feel cringe if you just bring it up, but I'm asking you, right? Like, you're providing a service. Most people that have used it would agree it's good, it's helpful. You've said that the devs confirmed it's not something illicit, and that makes sense from anyone who has a basic understanding. So, what does it cost you to do that for the community for free?
Let's say Moby included. Since I started the service, I think it cost me like $2,000 a year to host that for the community.
Holy shit! $2,000 a year,
and that's not his time. That's just dollars. That's not his time.
Just renting cost. You know.
Right. That's just what he has to pay. That's craft disk, not PI. That's not hauling time.
I mean, if you would count
not
the amount
time.
Of right, not hauling time.
amount of time I've spent on
just
development, you're talking about 6-digit numbers if I would do it for a company.
Right, because it's like you said, it's about a year of your time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Blow is a year.
Yeah. So over $2,000 a year hosting costs, and Final Blow is what he said. So say Final Blow alone is a year. How long did it take you to do Moby, you think?
To develop Moby, I mean that one got like many updates over the years, of course. The initial one,
like a rough, like more than 6 months, more than a year, like rough.
Yeah, between 6 and 12 months.
So minimum, let's just say at least on the low end, 18 months, couple $1,000 for the community.
Yeah,
at no charge for them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
I don't know how we came up with that. I don't know how we came up with that money, but we're really not valuing Mario's skills very highly.
42,069.
Yeah, I don't know how it could be that low possibly.
It's 420 with a 69. I mean, it's Dirk. You have to read between the lines here. I mean,
I read the number, not the name. That was my problem. There we go. Run is there we go. That's friendship is what. That's a bro right there. He's
there
like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's that consultant mindset. Nah, bro, start high. Let's see what they say.
Forgot an extra zero. Oh, that's hilarious.
If you look at the last 4 or 5 years, I spent so much time developing this kind of stuff. I mean, could do a world trip with that kind of money. But I guess this show is the same, right? It also costs a lot of time, money.
The podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I don't think Rambo spends much on the hosting for it. I mean, every once in a while when we do these really, really long shows, a couple of weeks back to back, then he's paying a little extra on top of his thing. But I want to say it's $20 a month or $15 a month that he pays.
I also don't think the risk is as high. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's no. Oh, Jubi just poured his beer onto the fire. Now it's going. Good job, Jubi.
Well, this guy. But I also don't think the risk is the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely work creating any brand, but part of creating a podcast is like you're talking to people, you're networking versus like, not that you're not doing anything while you're reverse engineering something, right? You're
no, this takes no time at all. I put zero effort into this. So it doesn't cost me a damn thing.
Oh my God. I mean, I more about Rambo in the beginning. Like, he's not even here. He's going to be listening to this like, this fucking bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Like, first you shit on his intros, right? Like, I feel so bad. Like, during the after show, whatever, he's like, what do you guys think about the different intros? I'm like, no, this last one wasn't that good. Like, I was just trying to be honest. And he's like, well, fine. Like, fucking last time I asked you. Like,
right, yeah.
You've been removed from the server.
Right, yeah, exactly. You're no longer here. I wait for that sweet release when he says, I no longer need you to be a co-host.
Sweet. You no longer have to read patch notes quietly in your sweet dulcet tones.
Oh, God. Which we do have patch notes to get to at some point, and this show is going to be over at the top of the hour. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So
Okay, we should probably fucking... Wait. How about this? Ready? All right, so we do patch notes. This is game plan, right? And then we see if we can get Lord Cobra on next time.
Fuck yeah,
Right?
get him on.
Right?
Get him on.
I just, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what the viewerships are like, right? Because he's probably going to make specific claims. So we peaked at what, 67, 69? So
69, right? I saw us go over 70. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I just figured 69 was it. I figured Dirk had something to do with that, but
Yeah, OC's not ending a meeting on time. I'm going to end the podcast on time because when Rambo's here, it goes for 3 hours, and it's just I fall asleep, and I can't do that anymore.
Listen, man.
I can't physically do that anymore.
I offered to help do bookmarks and timestamps in the videos.
Yep,
that's all I'm saying.
Yep. And I offered to actually hit record at the start of the podcast, and I fucked that up. So
we all make offers.
We all make offers, but exactly, we have to follow through. We have to follow through.
I even can't get the fire going.
Even with all of that shit you poured onto it, it just there it goes, boom. Still kind of going. This is
good. It only took us 39 minutes. I feel like this was a very apt aside to have during the podcast. We're talking about NetEase and what it takes to build things, and oh my god, Pirate, stop it. Speaking of shitty developers, so for anyone who doesn't know, that is from the Line of Defense series
backwards.
Yeah, that's from the Line of Defense series from Derek Smart. So why this is relevant is Star Citizen. This would be one of the key guys that criticized it for not having realistic Newtonian physics, and that would be a plane firing its aft thrusters and going in reverse.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Amazing. We don't know what the lore or the story is behind Jubi lighting a campfire. He's just doing it and failing for now 40 minutes straight.
Well,
Muffin,
Jubi knew that's what we needed to see.
It's the comic relief we never asked for. But yes,
yeah,
this guy right here. Yeah, that right there. Yep, exactly. That's what we were looking for. Gravitas, that's what we were looking for. Okay, let's get through the patch notes, because I think the biggest thing in the patch notes that everybody loves, and everybody was clamoring for, and everybody was asking for probably 2 solid years now, and everybody is so excited for, and everybody went out and got and bought and paid for and swiped because they just love it so much, and that's AI
Tell me about
mining.
Your feelings, bro. Tell me about your feelings.
AI fucking mining. So we've come full circle from the days when this game started, and I literally had videos of systems just outside of Masaba. Batten something was one of them. It's just outside of Masaba, and you could watch like 50 fucking retrievers just fly into a belt and then turn and fly to another belt, and they just kept going instead of mining because the bot was broken, right? And like the botting was insane, and it was crazy, and it was all over the place. And that was in like high sec, let alone low sec or null. We've gone, and then of course all the ban notices every week: 100,000 accounts banned, down to 50,000 accounts banned, down to 20,000 accounts banned. Now they just don't even ban accounts unless we have to like beg them for bullshit over it. And here we are now with total botting as being a thing that the game is saying is okay. Case in point, Mario. I mean, so we can bot legally now. So sorry, Mario, I just had to throw you in there one more time.
I think one key distinction, it would be that everyone can engage in it, right?
Yeah, as long as you pay. As long as you pay.
Well, sure, but I mean, does anyone really think that you can play the game viably as an alpha? Like, was that?
No,
I never held that belief in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like I agree, but that's kind of it's not a hard concession for me to make. But it also, I believe that every hour you spend doing that, it takes away from your AI ratting. So this is another version of AI ratting. No,
it doesn't take away from your AI ratting, because that's just an account you have that does all of your mining, and then you could have another account that's doing all of your ratting, AI ratting in high sec and AI mining in null sec, and if it dies, whoop-de-fucking-do. It's a cheap Cov 2, right? I mean...
Right, but what I'm saying, though, is on that account, you only get, I think, 8 hours a day or 4 hours a day.
4 hours a day mining, yeah. 4 hours a day mining. So Trit's already worth nothing as it is. It's going to be worth extra nothing now. like very quickly. Same thing with Pirate and Mex, because all three of those you can get in high sec, right?
Do you have predictions on which minerals are gonna get affected the most by this? I'm actually curious to.
The only mineral that's not going to be affected by this is going to be morphite.
Really? Why would you say that?
Morphite's going to still go up or remain relatively high because you need it in massive quantities at this point, and it doesn't matter how much mining you do in nullsec. Like, you can't get it in the massive quantities you really need in any short amount of time. It's too slow, so you have to go into drone lands to get it faster.
That's interesting, because my take on it is that you could have a lot of people mining that otherwise don't give a shit about India, and they're only going to be sceptering or hauling what's affected to JITA. So while you're going to have an increase in minerals total, the net increase to JITA is going to more skew towards the top of the mineral value. That would have been my thing. But I don't know how much morphite this is really going to... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many people are really going to AI mine.
No, I think quite a few people will. And they'll do it in Rorquals, too.
Oh, wait, do they support Rorks now?
They do.
They do. Oh, they do? Oh, shit.
They do.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow, talk about final blow medals.
Hi, Quarry. See, it wasn't recorded. My joke at the beginning wasn't even recorded with anyway, so she missed that. Oh well.
By the way, did she really do the vocals in the song?
Yes, that was the song that I played. This one right here. I'll do it again.
I never knew that. I thought it was
this
just,
is actually
just a joke.
The like, one no. The one last week that Rambo did is some sort of AI generated bullshit version of it. This is actually
play the real one. I'm
this is actually her voice right here. This is actually Special K.
Special K.
I like swiping, I like blinging, I like shining, I like $1 billion kills. Where's the X? Bitch, I'm flying. I like those big fat Minakawas, the ones that look like.
Now, see, that's her. That's actually her. And the one he played last week was some AI version generated thing of it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Remix.
A remix, yeah. A remix, yeah. Not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it wasn't her. It was a remix.
If you need legal representation to pursue Rambo, just like reach out to us. Like we know people. So.
Yeah. It is a little fuzzy, TBK, because of the way it's coming through on my iPad into the whole, setup here. It actually sounds pretty good when Yep. I like it like that. Yeah, you should do another version of it with X. Okay, you probably should. That'd be incredible. Anyway, so no, I think C70. I do have Nitro actually cool. I do, J Cool. So it's just the way the whole thing is. Anyway, I don't do the tomato voice, potato voice, banana meter, whatever thing that Rambo does, because it really fucks up your audio for anything else. And I use this computer for more than just this podcast. So, but anyway, no. So yeah, I think C70 is not going to change. I think C50, C60 is going to go through the floor because it'll strip mine all that shit.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
That stuff's already worth nothing anyway.
The only thing that ever concerns me about C50 is what they might try to do with them with Titans, right? Being like, because they do this thing where they release a new cap and they're like, try to fix the economy with one craft.
Well, everything they're doing lately is taking the intermediate materials and it's taking the morphite, and that's why I'm saying that the C70 itself, and then of course the morphite. That's why those are going to probably continue to climb in prices, or at least at the very least they'll stay kind of stable right around where they are, if not go up. Every bodyguard takes 420,000 morphite. Every VAC takes 1.6 million morphite. If those numbers don't sound right to you, then your skills suck. Just saying. Well. But those are the correct numbers. So I mean, that's no small amount. You can mine with 50 people in a T10 system with a bunch of 5 belts and only get 100,000 morphite an hour.
That's depressing.
That's depressing, isn't it? That's depressing. No, I've worked it out. I've worked out all the logistics side of things. I mean, I'm kind of a shitty FC, but I'm really, really good on the.
But you're like a good mining FC, though, right? And like
I'm an excellent mining FC. I'm an excellent mining FC. Yes, I'm an excellent mining FC. I'll just.
It's gonna make a really good soundbite.
Let it go with that.
You got to do that like over a PvP video, like while you like orchestrate a bomb that kills a bunch of people. So, I'm an excellent mining FC, just mining all the rocks from the ship holes right now.
Yes, Dark and Dirt. Let's get a trap remix. Yeah, Muffin, same thing. Excellent napping FC. That's correct. So that was the first thing in the patch notes that came up that just blew my mind. This whole AI stuff with mining is just, yes, Taylor Rick going the right way. Oops. Half my fleets are always going the wrong way.
I remember I talked to Cloud like a long time ago, and he was like, no AI mining. No, never.
Yep.
That's a heresy. And then I was like, what the, like now it's here suddenly. Like what changed?
Yep.
What happened?
So yeah, there's all your stuff that's supported. You've got Work Wolves, Orcas, Cov2s, Covetors, Procurers, Retrievers, Venture Cov-Ops, Venture 4s. That's hilarious that the Venture Cov-Op is one of the ones supported, because anything with AI, it just wants to hit all your fucking modules. So if you put a cloak on, what's it going to do? Cloak you and stop mining?
Yeah.
You can't put a prop mod on that shit, because it's just going to turn it on and run your cap down to 0. So I don't get it. They did say the supported nanocores was going to be Neon Gas and Illusionary Ghost for now, and then they'll gradually release more. And then if you kind of scroll down, you'll see the use restrictions. Currently, this feature is in an experimental stage, and the demand for ore in construction and markets is lower compared to other materials. So therefore, you're going to reduce the demand even more.
Yeah.
And only say 4 hours a day. You can only AI mine 4 hours a day. The funny thing there would be is if you gold core, this would be hilarious, and they're not going to do this. But if I was a developer, this is the kind of shit I would do to troll my own players. I would if you AI cored it, then you can only use that thing on AI 4 hours a day, and you can't do it. You can't mine with it any other way. That would be fucking hilarious.
Oh boy, you're like looking. There it goes. Yay! Fucking AI ship.
Yeah, that would be pretty. Yeah, and it is a lot. It is a lot of stuff. Oh, there's Rambo. Hi, Rambo.
He heard you was talking shit.
He heard I was talking shit. I wasn't though. Was I really talking shit?
Not really. I mean, I think there's always a window of tolerance, right? And I think for this show, you're probably pretty firmly in that.
Big window. Time to take a bathroom break. Rambo's on the shitter, everybody. So here's one thing that I like, that exogenous light radiation recombination device, whatever the fuck that thing is, that looked like a handheld weapon of some kind with a bolt thing in the middle, like an arc reactor in the middle of it, that would just change the color of something for you, like totally worthless thing. So I don't know how many of those I was able to reprocess, but you can scrap those into multiple things now. There's a couple of versions of those. Obviously, one of them just gives you the gold-colored ball thing, refractoring thing that you use for nanocore upgrades. But the other thing it gives you, there's something else that it gives you, and I don't know what it is now, but it gives you two different things. There's two different types, and it gives you two different things. One of which is actually more useful. I want to say it was one of the keys. It's a key thing. I don't know if it's an extra large or a large compilation key thing, but
1 sec. You might be talking about. Let's see.
Or maybe I'm just.
If someone has a picture too, and by the way, guys, when I post this, someone said they don't want to read it. It's not for us online. Just you never know. Someone might be tuning in. Their volume isn't high. They don't understand what someone said. They can read English better.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. If someone has a picture and wants to post it, much hype.
It does say varying quantities of General Nanosource 3 in the notes, but I remember scrapping one of them and getting something else. Maybe I just hit something. Maybe I scrapped something else on purpose during that. I don't know.
Well, some of these things are different depending on how old they were. Remember, right?
Yeah,
like some of the year one ones gave different things and required different things to promote.
Maybe
back when mining cores used to give you laser damage, because that made sense.
Yeah. All right, they did an Ethereum Reach update. This is another thing that I think is going to be game changer right at the time when I'm kind of engaged in doing other things in the game. Now they throw a curveball at me. The Corporation Reconnaissance Outpost can be anchored in Ethereum Reach region. We knew that was coming. We didn't know what the implications of that were, but now it has enhanced rules similar to anchoring in Cobalt Edge. In Ethereum Reach region, each system has a chance for a Waste Seeker base to spawn. Defeating it can yield generous rewards, including data cords, drone blueprints, implants, and more. In systems with sovereignty structure, if a waste seeker base is not destroyed for more than 3 days, it will dispatch waste seeker siege fleets to attack the sovereignty structure. If the base is destroyed beforehand, the siege fleet will not be dispatched. So, if you put a reconnaissance outpost in Ethereum, it doesn't have the weekend defense timer on it, is how that reads to me. I don't think anybody's done it yet. To know, I keep meaning to. I've got a couple of citadels ready to go for all of that area, the whole Dronelands area, but obviously I've been busy. So
yeah, it's really surprising that they gave that much of a lead time on the first implementation of this.
Yeah,
kind of cool.
Yeah, like 2 weeks, and then here it is. And of course, you can anchor outposts there too. The scout outposts that you can anchor in Cobalt, you can now anchor in Ethereum Reach. So I'm assuming quite a few people will be looking to anchor in those areas, or try to anyway. Try to anchor in those areas. So that'll be fun. I hope people do. Sus, serve under SARP, that little group. I hope you guys please try to anchor in drone lanes. Please.
So is Void fully, because Sus is Void, right? Void is fully back. Their plan is to continue to be their own.
Yeah, they're back to their thing, Kraken, split, all that, whatever, and they're called Sus now, serve under Sarpedon. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it stands for, but
to
me that's what it stands for.
The usual suspects or some shit?
Yeah, but how is SUS equal to the usual suspects?
Bro, I don't.
Because there's an S in the front of it. Is it
I
Sarpedon's usual suspects? I don't understand. Someone didn't think that one through very well.
This sounds like we might have an idea for a guest.
Next week?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard to get. Well, I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I'll reach out.
Sarpedon won't come on.
You don't think so?
I mean, if he does, great. I'll be nice. You know how I am when we actually do interviews with people. I'm very nice. I'm actually harsher on Rambo and you and Mario and Jubi than I am on guests.
I was about to say, to be honest, I'm always surprised when people don't want to get on because, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Like even with the debate, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I was the one running the debate, but I don't know. I felt like everyone got time to say, you know what I'm saying? Like if I wasn't stopping someone, it was to give them time to finish their point, not to let them attack someone. So I don't know. I thought
J Cool says Taylor equals nice /DDR. That's a quote from DDR.
Well,
I am nice.
I was gonna say, dude, DDR got time, bro. And
I'm a very nice person. Okay, I'm a very nice person. Enough said.
Yeah, I remember before I was in SHH, and I talked to Taylor, and always civilized conversations and helpful and all that. So kind of weird. They think you're some kind of monster.
I don't think they think I'm a monster. I just think that they think I'm very biased and skewed, and I also think that most people realize if they really want to get into an argument with me, and I'm fully awake that day, they're going to have a hard time. Because I'm very good I'm a master debater.
Well, here's what I was saying. I've said this before. Taylor used to be in Pravi, and we had several arguments when he was in Pravi. I don't know if we hated each other, but but it's
no.
We still have conversations though and work stuff through. I think it's fine to have I don't think it's bad to have disagreements, especially in front of the community, because it's a fucking game, right? So a lot of people you don't dig into details on XYZ, so it's good to have it sussed out.
Yeah. I'm just here to bring the content, Run. I'm just here to bring the content in whatever form that takes, right?
So when are we going to have Run come on and give us his one-on-one on crypto? I mean,
he doesn't.
He
doesn't want to have a conversation about crypto. Oh my God!
I'm sorry. I meant EF. That's what I meant. Sorry,
That's for the other podcast. I do need to mention something too, by the way, and I just thought of that because I saw Chelsea Rose's name pop up, she was getting ready to type something. She's in TSC. I did make this post on this server earlier this week about something that is kind of near and dear to my heart. I want to say it before I forget about it because we've got just a few minutes left. It's for Kawari's nephew. I did make that post. I don't like to ask people for things. I just don't like to put myself in that position. But in this case, I did because I think it's a worthy cause. So Kawari's niece, or nephew, and you can see the link there for him. It has cancer. He's 8 weeks old. And the treatments for that in Canada, they get one round of treatments and that's it. They have to pay for out of pocket. There it is right there, Wesley Greer-Cook. So I've seen that shared, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is just to if you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's fine as far as donating to the cause. But I have seen that spread all over the Echoes community, the Eve Echoes community, and I think it's been fabulous to see. I think the amount of money that's been raised in the last week is astonishing. I forget, it's over 8,000. It's legit, almost like 9,000 last time I looked at it, but that was like a day or two ago. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for sharing that. For those who have donated to that cause, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal to see.
Yeah.
And it's even Adam and TSC. I mean, obviously Shush and Delve have history, but Adam. Those guys who constantly have their hangers stolen from them, all the shit in their hangers stolen.
Oh my god!
They even donated to the cause, and I thought that was great. It's not a shush scheme. No, not at all. So yeah, B-Town, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's amazing.
Amazing.
So thank you for that.
I haven't
Thank you for that.
heard many other games that the community kind of comes together and wants to help each other and
Yeah.
That's a very, very amazing thing what we have here.
I mean, even so, like, even if this were common in other games, I mean, Eve is known for, like what Dirk just said, right? It's not a scheme, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's known for backstabbing and fraud and stuff.
Sure.
So
Everyone versus everyone.
The fact that people were able to look past that, like, I think that's really cool.
I mean, I did launch a GoFundMe at the end of last year for my Titan. So, I mean, I was pretty honest and open about that.
I can't tell if you're trolling right now or, like, I can't. I said them like this is completely plausible, right? So, like, right as you said that, here's what threw me off. Right as you said that, Jubi's fire flared up, and I was like, all right, well, now I'm not really sure. Like,
finally,
I'm talking about Equinox 2.0. No, that was different. That was actually different than the Titan Fund. So I'm trying to get it from all angles, All right, so enough of the heartstring stuff because it does pull at my heart a little bit. Not gonna lie. They did buff the Advanced Inquisitors, which sucked. So those actually give out a little bit better loot, I guess. I don't know. I'm hearing some people get 13 bill without them being the Fed Navy bullshit stuff, which is
wait, still?
Yeah. So it's been worse on average, Barrick.
If you've been running these this week since this patch, just post and give us give us your experience real quick, because that really does benefit. I'm not doing this like and subscribe, hit the bell, but if you have an experience since the patch, tell us what you got.
Somebody got 2 of those advanced GUs in one loot drop. That's where the money. That's where the 13 bill was from.
Well, that'll fucking do it.
Juicy.
So
this week overall, okay, huge
big gamble. I mean, yeah, well, I would say it's just low percentage chance of actually getting something decent out of it, but it's there. So I don't know.
Wax, when you say you've done 20, right? Like, what would you say you get? Like, what's your median? Like, what do you get most of the time? And then what's your best? Some get 15 mil. Okay, but what's your average? Median 300 mil. Okay, that's pretty decent though.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
but they spawn in all tier levels, right? Right, so they'll spawn.
God, JC.
So the same one with all that stuff gets is the same level of stuff in a T6 system versus a T10 system. I think that's pretty much the thing they were going for, and in low sec exactly. So they're all over the place with the same loot tables or same ability to get that kind of loot. So I think that's a good thing. I think most T10 guys who have been around for 5 years are like, well, it's shit. Well, yeah, you're right, because you're going and soloing a CTR and you're super. Right. Well, I mean, for you, that's not who it's for, right? It's for those mid-tier level guys or lower that might still be doing this stuff in low sec, right? And hey, what gets more people into low sec? Better loot tables from players who are newer. So it is what it is.
I had that one EU thing. When you asked about my contacts, is that what you meant, the EU thing? Do you want me to do that at the end of the patch notes? It's not long. Again? The one EU thing I did in staff chat. Do you want me to do that at the end of the patch notes stuff?
Oh, yeah. Do that at the end here.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. Because I got to be done.
Yeah, no worries.
They made changes to Alliance stuff we knew was coming. They changed the covert rift, hidden rifts, so then now there's like one less side room, so it's harder to gank people in those, so that sucks. Fuck off. They made the emergency hole energizer have an automatic button for those who are too stupid to know when to press it. So that's funny. Fuck off. They did add fighters finally to the properly anyway to the overlay, and that does work. So that's good. I think that's nice. And then they released a bunch of advanced units, a couple of advanced units anyway. Then they've got this research series nanocore stuff. Someone fill me in on that because I don't quite understand what they're doing there with the research series. The new research. Oh, is that coming? No, they said it has been added. Although they lack secondary attributes, they can parse previous AI core attribute entries. The first batch of adaptable tonnage as dreadnoughts, carriers, battleships. Reduce the difficulty to AI cores. Yada yada yada. I don't understand what these are for. Purchase them in the hot selection. Oh, nanocores you can buy for cheap and scratch for gold stats. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. They're just there to analyze. Okay, cool. They put some of those nanocores that you need for the AI mining into the store. And they did a host of optimizations, which I don't know if any of those really mean anything huge. R-Sync, yeah, exactly, J. Cole. I do like all the ship warp adjustments they put in. They did put in a whole bunch of those adjustments. Everything got a little bit faster for the most part.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The fast warp speed.
Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. It's kind of like saying, well, we think everybody's moving a little slow, so now we're just going to make everybody move a little bit faster. So they're all together, combined, still everybody's the same speed. Like, there's no balance there.
Well, the thing, though, is they added a bunch, but I don't know if the ratios... I don't think it's going to end up being the same. I don't think the end result is going to be exactly the same, but it may take people a bit to capitalize on it.
Frigate's got 1 light year, Frigate's got a half a light year faster. Destroyer's got a half a light year faster. Cruiser's got a half a light year faster.
Right. So
a few of them got 1 light year faster.
Right, but because that's say you have a linear change there, what that means is the change is disproportionate, right? Because if you get half a light year on 5 versus half a light year on 4, it's not the same. So in terms of
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like I said, I don't know how outsized the change would be, right? But
yeah, they didn't speed up freighters though. That pisses me off.
I was about to say, like, the thing you would want. Well, jump freighter, 1.5 to 2.5.
No, I want freighters. I want the regular freighters. I want the regular freighters to get about twice as fast. But
I think they're concerned. They're just fucking cheap. But the problem is freighters are so fucking cheap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it takes you like 1 mil SP to be decent in a freighter. It costs.
It's not much. It's not
10 bill. I mean, like, anyone can have one at this point.
Yeah.
I guess one thing this does is like this. It's still double speed in high sec, right? So I mean, I guess that's one thing that's cool is it's easier to cross the map. I guess.
A little bit, yeah. But overall, I mean, just if you're gonna do it, let's make some differentiation there, right? Like, let's make some differentiation. But overall, everything got a little bit faster. Anything else on those patch notes? I don't think so. I think that covers it.
I think.
So what was your stuff, OC, for the EU stuff? Go ahead and put that in. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead and post that in. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, the only thing I would just say with the patch notes is my big takeaway is I see them adding or trying to add more QOL, and the Ethereum Reach change is really interesting because that probably is giving us a heads up for what's coming for regular nullsec.
Well, it's also giving us a heads up from the standpoint of, I think the way that they're going to move from one region to another now being the front line, like, because it doesn't make sense to have multiple regions being the front line. So Ethereum was the front line. So the next system that opens up will be the one that'll have the front line pauses, and then the one behind it you'll move to reconnaissance, and maybe you'll stay that way because that's the way Cobalt is. But I think that's how they're moving to that next system that opens up.
You're right. The reason why I think it's cool is because it's like, it's not, in other words, like, if you have a group that says, hey, I want to push into these non-nullsec regions, it's not just a money thing, not just a novelty thing. It's like you're getting experience with game mechanics that might benefit you for the whole, they'll come into the whole game. Like, you get a preview, right? So
yeah, because they've talked about having every citadel in the game being attacked by rats if there's not enough. I
mean, that's happening this year as far as I know.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
So
it is. Yeah.
They're pretty That and API just seem to be
Pretty hot on.
yeah, like it's yeah. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. I wasn't gonna get super deep into it, so it's not a massive change overnight. But this is them requesting comment from a game publisher on many things that you could ask NetEase about in a very short period of time. I think the suggested comment period was 30 days, and it has to do with gambling and inciting children to gamble and that kind of thing. Now, the rating of the game does somewhat matter, but that's, I don't know, just not something that's going to affect us tomorrow, but just an interesting thing to be aware of with how NetEase does stuff, right?
Well, and it's not the first time we've seen these kinds of things come out. They came out in China as well. So, but we haven't really seen an impact. We haven't seen an impact on this game from that. So,
right. Well, no. So we have, right? So that affects. That's one of the reasons why you don't see the luck leaderboard boxes anymore, too.
Yeah.
Like the leaderboards. The reason why that has changed another event and they have more info and stuff. I mean, also people were bitching, right?
Yeah. A lot of bitching.
The reason I say is I don't know if it's positive or negative, but just because what I see the prices as now, just speaking from my group, we were getting cap nanocores and supercores cheaper under that prior quote gambling system. So we'll see if it's better or worse. Jubi, there's a question for you in the chat.
Oh, I can't see the chat. Can someone read the?
Yeah, the question is Jubi on fire? Are you currently aflame, Jubi?
Jubi identifies as fire. Yes. Well, it was Rosalind who was asking it, and I said yes. Finally, it only took him 40 minutes to start the fire.
Yeah, finally.
Just in time for the show to end. So, perfect timing.
Really warm.
It really was about an hour. Nice.
Yep. All right. That was it for Echoes of New Eden this week, March 30th. We went through patch notes. We talked about Mario Bot and Final Blow Me. I'm sorry, FinalBlow.me. That honestly was a slip. I didn't actually mean to do that, but it worked. What else? We talked a little bit about, Silent and Meow were fighting. So cool. Nice war going on.
Go check out my
enjoy a good war
video.
Yep, Jubi put up a good video of it. Don't go and watch the video of us losing 5 BGs to Meow and Imtaco. That didn't happen. Shh. So it's okay. It's all good. I mean, it's part of the game, right? It's fun. We're having fun. We're here to have fun and kick the cat, I guess, as you say. Anything else before we close it out?
Nope. All good.
All right, here goes. I think I have the outro. Fuck yeah, here we go.